not that late, and this time, no, it wasn't the phone. It was the cat. Apparently, it was meowing at the door, so I went to catch it, to apprehend it. And when I went to apprehend it, it ran away. So, it is what it is. Wait, apparently,
Pippa
not that late, and this
managed
time, no,
to get
it wasn't the phone.
100,000 subscribers?
What? She's not walking away from this, is she, chat? She's not going to be walking away from this. I do, want to thank the people that did subscribe. I noticed that she got 800 subscribers yesterday. Oh, good for her. She grew quite nicely. I hope you guys have managed to order your 4K television sets in order to watch her feet in all its glory. Yeah, I know it's an echo. It's fixed. Let me ask you one question. Right, we're going to engage with the audience. This is what the button is called. Start the poll. So the poll is: will Pippa, show feet that have a pedicure and toenail polish, or is she going to have like hobbit feet? This is the question that I have for today. I do believe that she's going to have hobbit feet, but she may surprise me. You know what? I think she's going to be like a lady. The thing is, there have been like feet connoisseurs out there. All right, like I don't really have that particular inclination. Let's put it like that. Demo shkushi. There are certain people that do, and they have preferences, like, are the feet going to be covered or are the feet going to be uncovered? And I'm like, holy crap, I never thought about it. Like, so many differences, so many possibilities. It's just like one fetish, but you think it's simple, but no. Like, apparently some people want naked feet, other people want feet with socks. It's complicated. Pippa might be a dude, that's what Sargon thinks, unironically. Like, Sargon of Akkad thinks all VTubers are dudes, so... Maybe that's why we're not going to see feet. Can you even tell if it's the feet of a guy or the feet of a girl? It's kind of difficult, isn't it? Like if you have a guy and he just shaves the hair, shaves the hobbit foot, and then just does a little bit of a pedicure, and like it might look like a big foot, but it could pass for a lady, just... Yeah, what if she has fungus? I did not think about that. There are people which have like fungus on their feet. And that's really nasty and difficult to get rid of. Like there are some not antibiotic, like anti-fungus resistant fungus, like. So that is a possibility. I mean, who knows? We might get see birthmarks. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's an army of people on the image boards ready to delve right in and to figure out the geolocation. I mean, hey, if you can find the flag. Pretty sure you can also find the fungus of a toe in order to find the geolocation. Like they can look into the reflection of the toenail and see the flight patterns that are going in the sky and manage to accurately pinpoint Pippa's house. I'm willing to bet this is literally what she's believing right now. Unironically, like I know people who go on image boards. Like this is the thing. If you want to be paranoid, I'm not even kidding. If you want to be paranoid, go on image boards. Like. When you go onto the mainstream media and you read the news, those people are amateurs. Like they don't know shit. Let me put it this way. Right? Let's say there's a terrorist attack right now. Right now, You're going to listen to the media, they're going to say, oh, well, we don't know who they are. We don't know their motives. It's a little bit iffy. You go on the image boards, they will tell you who he is, what his social media history was, what are his political affiliations, what his dog ate for breakfast, when's the last time he had an enema. Like, within, like, literally seconds, you are privy to this information by going onto the image board. Unless, like, it's, what the media likes to call right-wing terror. Oh, then they know everything. Then they know, like, within seconds, they know all. But if it's, like, something that's not, like, if it's anything besides right-wing, they don't know. They need more details. They need to wait. But if you go on the image boards, you find out everything. Like, here's his manifesto, here's his political beliefs, this is what the dog ate for dinner, like, So my point is, like, the people on the image boards, they're scary accurate, so they make you paranoid. Like, you can see how they take something innocuous, like something really small, and they manage to, like, figure out, like, major things. Just, yeah. You think Pipa has a foot tattoo? That would be interesting. Would you guys like that? Anyway, right, I don't want to talk about Pipa all day. Apparently, there was... On Russia Today, they talked about the prisoner transfer. Let's listen a little bit to the prisoner transfer on the Russia Today. Holy shit. It's on Twitter.
Это, конечно, огромная радость, облегчение для всех нас, но для всех...
Hold on, because равниче облегчение, but you shouldn't see my face here. All right.
нас, ладно, что это для...
So they're talking about Victor Bout, the most wanted man in the world. Very bad individual. He got, from my understanding, like a 50-minute interview where a chief of CIA spoke about him, saying how bad he is. He got freed for a basketball lady. And this is what the Russians are talking about.
Семьи я даже не могу себе представить. Но то, что его обменяли... Не на героя-разведчика.
So they're saying he didn't get exchanged for the U.S. veteran, which is arrested in Russia for spying, and he has been there for several years, serving in a gulag. Yeah, they didn't choose the veteran, which was also a police officer.
Не, им пиар нужен.
Ведь он же разведчик.
Уиллан, да?
Он разведчик. Его приняли,
Шпион.
что называется, при передаче информации на флешке. Он там рассказывал, что это он на флешке хотел, вот ему должны были фотографии церквей Сергиева Посада передать на флешке. Фотографии церквей по WhatsApp друг другу передают. Правда же, как мы берем? Смотри, где я был. Для этого флешку не приносит. Вполне себе нормального качества, не хуже, чем на флешке. Он разведчик. Ну, для нас он шпион, для них он разведчик, то есть герой. Он морпех. Он увешан
Decorated
орденами.
Marine covered
У
in
него одна
medals,
проблема,
but he has
две.
three problems. Let's see what his
Проблема
problems
первая.
are, according to the Russians.
Проблема
Три.
первая. Он белый. Вторая, он мужчина. Третий, он, судя по всему, все-таки гетеро. Понимаешь, а этого сейчас вообще не прощают. Это катастрофа.
Не, ну Грайнер...
That's something that makes me happy. I'm not in America right now. Let me put it this way. Like that would sting a little bit. Oh, you can't see. Oh, well, they literally said. So the Russians said that the reason the decorated Marine didn't got exchanged is because he has three major flaws: he's man, he's white, and he's heterosexual. That's what the Russian lady on Russia Today said. Strange how the media has no interest who the Anon is. Almost like they don't want to know. Oh, it's like handled by censorship. You don't need to know. It's like you talk about it, you get censored. What else is there to know? Like this is one of the things that I noticed, and it's not about this particular subject, but in general, I noticed that people on the left, they can't debate because they don't have to. Like when it's a subject they don't want to address, they just ban it. Simple. But then when you have like rare occasions with presidents debates and stuff, that's when they get a little bit scared. You saw like 50% of the image. You don't need to see all the image. I just told you why it's about. I just explained it to you. If I become a spy, well, it's like the thing is, a lot of people are like, oh, but why weren't the right wingers talking about this guy up until now? And it's very simple, because they didn't know about it, right? Like, I'm pretty sure there's like 1,000 fucked up things happening right now in the world, but I don't talk about them because I don't know about them. Like, when they're presented to me on television, then I know and I'm made aware. Right? Like, this is the reason, because like the prisoner exchange was made public, so people knew what had happened, and they didn't like it. But it's not like for example, you know, with drone strikes and stuff, you know, when Obama was doing drone strikes, well, people didn't complain because they didn't know. Like, they weren't alerted every single time it's a strike, right? So, like, the media choosing which stories to cover and not, it's, like, the reason why people are at outrage. Like, I'm pretty sure if you told me about it back then, you know, like 3 years ago, you know, hey, like, there's this U.S. veteran and, like, he's not being... Like, well, why not? It's outrageous. So, yes, it is what it is. It's, Very interesting. The interesting thing is that the lady, the basketball player, like from what I understand, believes that America is a systemic racist country. And I'm really curious if I'm really curious. I'm really curious if she changed her mind about it or not. Okay. Biden is proud of it. That's why it's covered. Meh. I don't know. It's just so weird. Such a weird flex. Like, even the leftist press is like, what the fuck? Like, look, if they would have gotten another prisoner in exchange, like, if it was someone else besides Victor Bout, if there was anyone else, people would have been, yeah, you know, like, she's a famous basketball player. Yeah, sure. But it's Victor fucking Bout. Why? And again, like, it's not that I personally am afraid of that man, but no, like, the media told me he's bad. 60 Minutes made an interview. So it is what it is. Look at the thread. What thread? You're being too ambiguous for me to look at anything. You need to be a little bit more specific. All right. What else we got? We got a couple of ladies saying bizarre things. So there's this lady saying, I might not be the girl you end up marrying, but I will be the girl that you think of 10 years from now and wonder how her life is going and wonder what life would have been like if we ended together. Another lady saying, I may not be the woman you marry, but, and this is the theme, right? Like, I may not be the woman you marry, but I'll be the one you think about while you're having silent dinner with your boring wife before she lays flat on her back like a starfish for 2 minutes. I may not be the girl you'll end up marrying, but I sure as hell am as the girl you'll think about the dinner table for decades. I may not be the girl you end up marrying, but you'll probably think of me when you fuck your vanilla wife. What the fuck? Why is this a thing? Bragging about being an afterthought is now a thing? Like, in your fantasy, right? The guy is happily married. Like, he's in a stable relationship with that vanilla wife or whatever. I mean, sure, you know, it's not like being a teenager. You're not rocking the bed as you used to, because it's like the vanilla wife. Right? It's such a weird flex. Jesus fucking Christ. What is this? Like, just tell people you do anal at this point. Like, it's so bizarre. It's like maximum level of copium. And by the way, yeah, good question. What's wrong with vanilla? Like some people enjoy vanilla. Like why do I need to spend money on toys and shit? Like, being into vanilla is actually a lot better. It's like, if you're into vanilla, it means that the other person will satisfy your needs. Like, imagine being into some bizarre kink that no one else has. I don't know, inflation or some, you know, like really bizarre stuff. And like, what are the chances you're going to find a significant other that's into the same stuff that you are? Very low. But if you're into vanilla, anyone that you find is probably into vanilla as well. Like, it's the default. That's not even necessarily a bad thing. That's okay. Oh my fucking god, you know, I actually know about sounding from Arch. Do you know what sounding is, chat? Arch Warhammer told me. I don't even know why it's called sounding. But I'll just show you this. And you're going to understand, or maybe not. But sounding has something to do with this. and it does not go into the back door. And it is for men. And I'm thinking, why? Like, please tell me it's something fictional. It's like make-believe. With people doing comic books and stuff. Like, what? But the thing is, like, the name, like, sounding. Like, why is it called sounding? Is it the scream that the person does? Look, Sarah doesn't know what sounding is. Well, Sarah, I already explained. It involves a pencil, a man, and not the back door, okay? Like, it's the front door, Sarah. Like, you go into the main entrance with the number 2 pencil. I don't understand why that is a thing. Is it like sound off as if you have a pair? Is this where it comes from? Because of the pain. But why would you want that? It's like a mic check. Oh, I see. Why would you want that though? It's so weird. Sounding. Do you think like for the people that do it often, like eventually, like you widen the passage to the point where it's like not painful? It's real and it is worse. It's called sounding because that is the medical term. Oh, I see. But like the medical term, it's called sounding because like it has a camera that emits ultrasound, so it can see what's in the fleshy bits. It tests for cancers and stuff. Yes, Sarah. Look, Sarah has understood. I love how Sarah is an easygoing lady. You don't have to spend a lot of time explaining. Like, you just get her into the general idea, and all of a sudden she's like, oh, so it's like a man that... Yeah, Sarah, literally. If you turn it, you can sharpen the pencil. Is that how it works with you, man? Like, how do you know this? Is it from personal experience, or... Like, this is such an interesting concept, man. If you turn it, you can sharpen the pencil. Jesus. Do you think you can do that with a woman as well? Like if you insert it into the proper orifice and you turn it. You know there's Romanian saying. Well, it's actually not a Romanian saying. It's something that I made up. When you have bad luck, you're going to find sharp nails even inside the vagina. Sarah doesn't understand that, like she can't resonate. But if you're a man, you can, like you find somewhere nice, warm. It's like giving you all the cozy goodness, and as you go deeper, you find a rusty nail inside. That's what happens when you have bad luck. You will find rusty nails even inside the vagina. Why do you listen to this? Because it's fun. Arnawa Widagda. Arnawa Widagda. See? Nalgi is laughing. Arnawa. This is why you're watching. Yeah, what is Arnawa Widagda? I bet the character AI would understand that she's a woman. Hello, Master Drablash. How's it going? I guess V has experience. Dude, I probably live longer than you. I know stuff. If V made it up, is it a Romanian saying by default? Yes. Literally. If I made it up, I'm Romanian, like I get intellectual property. Isn't that how it fucking works? Isn't that how like cultural appropriation works? Like at some point someone from a particular culture discovered shit and then he like did it the intellectual property on that culture. How much time do we have until we go to Twitter? The Twitter dossier. Apparently, tomorrow we're going to hear about COVID on Twitter. I can hardly wait. I can hardly fucking wait. Like seeing Elon Musk tweet about Dr. Fauci is giving me a lot of hope. Look at this. Look what Elon Musk is doing. Look at him. Look. Just one more lockdown, my king. Look. My pronouns are prosecute Fauci. I mean, this is probably tomorrow. We're going to get this tomorrow, chat. Be honest, did you ever think that Elon Musk is going to tweet against lockdowns? And not to mention, like, his memes are fucking spot on. I have never seen a billionaire or anyone over the age of 50 tweeting good memes. I wonder if it's his memes though, or do you guys think that like his employees give him the memes and it's like, tweet this, my lord. They will like it. They will like it, my lord. Like tweet the shovel, my lord. Tweet the shovel. You're undigging Twitter's darkest secrets. You did not buy a company. You bought a crime scene. Now show it to the public, my lord. Reveal it to them, but slowly. Do you think that's how it's like? Do you guys think that's what goes in Elon Musk's head? Elon should have an official meme team in Twitter, yes. Did you know that you have a cameo in Aiden Paladin's video about the Ukraine? Well, thank you, Aiden. It's very nice of you. I appreciate it. Wait, why does Pipa want to show feet on Tuesday? Now it bothers me. You know, like up until now I haven't thought about it. Why on Tuesday though? Why can't she show feet now? Like she made 100,000 subscribers now. Why does she have to wait until Tuesday? Why is it Tuesday a magical day? What? She's planning something. Hello, Political Defiant. Like she is planning something. Why couldn't she show the feet now? What does she have to hide? Why is she saying, oh, I'm going to show the feet on Tuesday? She made 100,000 subscribers now. Now it's Sunday. Like it's Monday and Tuesday and today. Why does she have to wait 3 days for it? To tempt? She's creating hype? She is abusing the situation? I hope she is not walking away from this. I'm telling you why. Yeah, she's getting her feet done. This is what's happening. Yeah, what did you step into? Good question. I'm telling you what's happening. She is going to get her feet done. Like right now, she's going to face her social anxiety, go all the way to a professional, and make sure that she doesn't have the hobbit feet. She's contemplating on the meaning of her life. She's probably like, why didn't I listen to V? Why did I, like, when he said that I will have 100,000 subscribers, why didn't I listen to him? Why didn't I listen to, you know, like that? Hello, Roman. Roman, did you buy a 4K monitor for watching Pipa's feet? She's going to release them. She made 100,000 subs. It's gonna happen. Roman, get an 8K TV. By the way, if you get an 8K TV, what the fuck can you watch? Like, you can't even play games in 8K. I think you can play games in 8K. But you need to, like, use the TV as a monitor. And then you wouldn't be able to have, like, you know, more than 60 frames per second. But, like, you can't play 8K on the PlayStation 5, right? No, 8K TVs aren't banned in the European Union. Who the fuck told you that? Why would they ban 8K TVs in the EU? Yeah, they have 8K TVs, but like, so the thing with the big screen, right? Like, the bigger the screen, the more pixelated. So like, you need higher resolution with big screens. That's the whole reason. So like, if you want an 8K TV, you need like one that's big as the fucking wall. Like, unless you notice the pixels, more resolution doesn't necessarily help, right? But like, I'm thinking like, why would you buy one? Like, okay, so Netflix doesn't stream in 8K, right? None of the streaming services stream in 8K. You don't even have like videos to download in 8K. Like, what? You literally can't. Oh yeah, I need to get an 8K second monitor for chat. Yeah, like I would have to look like this. Whenever the chat speaks, I would be like, you know, maybe that's a good idea. Tell you what, if I'm going to have like 500 viewers regularly, I will get a second monitor. I promise you, chat. When I will have 500 viewers on my channel regularly, I will get a second monitor. Did she say she would show feet for free? Well, I think she doesn't want to have career suicide, so she'll probably show them for free. Can you archive the feet in 8K? Zoom. Yes, I think you can actually. I know what she's doing. You know, I told Pipa, look, I actually told her this, I'm not kidding. I told her that I know some professional photographers in the United States that have 4K camera, like 4K HD camera. Maybe one of them you know, can meet her in real life and they can take like some professional photos. Maybe we're going to do that, huh? The 8K TV is meant to show other people that you are not poor. Literally. Like, that's literally why you want to do, right? Like, you want to get a woman moist when she comes into your bedroom. And you're like, look what I have. An 8K TV. And oh, you know, like, look at that. There's no other reason. Unfortunately, most women aren't passionate in tech. And by the time they're in your bedroom, it's too late for them anyway. So, like, I genuinely don't understand why you would need an 8K TV. She's gonna buy a potato cam. Ah, I see. 8K is for bragging that you have an 8K TV. Yes, I genuinely think that is it. I genuinely think that is it. There is literally no reason to have an 8K TV. Like, I asked people, and I can't find a single one. The only exception is if you want to play video games to see how 8K looks like, and you use it instead of a monitor, but, like, it's very uncomfortable because it's a massive thing, right? So, like, you'd have to stay like this. This is how you'd play video games. This is how you play. And you wouldn't be able to play anything competitively either because you'd have low frame rate because it's a fucking TV. And not to mention, you're probably draining the entire power from your neighborhood. Like, when you plug that sucker in, all the other houses go boom, 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 boom. You know, like, everything goes dark. Can you ask her to do feet in Jello at 200K? You know what? I will. Hold on. I don't know if she's going to respond. I'll ask her. I think she's going to block me, but you know what? I'll ask her. I asked her. Now I need to wait like 3 months until she responds. And by the way, this is not a me thing. It's a her thing. Like she has to allow the information to sink in before she makes a response. Like she likes to think about what she's going to say. You're not kidding. I even said it's you. I even name dropped you. No, it's too late. It's too late. It's too late. It's done. It's a done deal. Feet in Jello. Where the fuck did you even come up with the concept? Feet in Jello. What? Is it like one of those Jellos that kids play in, or like actual Jello? You know, like food. Mashed potatoes. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Man. Remember to save them when it's posted so she can't cowardly delete it later. Dude, when she posts that, it's going to be on the internet forever. Like, she is going to be hounded by her feet the entire... I don't know how old she is. I think she's like, what, like 32, 33? Her image, her facial features are going to be next to her feet at the age of 32 for a lifetime. Like you can't go back from this. Like, she must be sure that those feet are perfect. If there's like even a tiny smudge, even a tiny imperfection, the image boards will notice, zoom in on it, like, what is that? The fuck is that? You know what would be funny? Oh, I'll tell you what would be funny. If she has like a weird mole, and someone on the image board diagnoses as problematic. And then she will not be able to sleep at night, and then she goes to the doctor, to the hopefully benign football. Like, literally anything that's there. Like, in her situation, if it was any other VTuber, no one would have cared. But in her situation, given the ambiance that she attracts, there's going to be a couple of people that are going to raise some interesting questions. No Cosby jokes. Why, did you get a lot of them? You know what, like Bill Cosby, wasn't he innocent? Wasn't Bill Cosby Kyle Rittenhouse? Didn't he get out? I'm not giving you back your cat, Daddy. And I'm not going to call you Daddy anymore. I really hate it when someone makes a name Like daddy. And then when I talk to the chat, it's like, so daddy, it's so fucking annoying. I'm going to call you son from now on. How about that? Figlio mio. Going to break out the Italian. RTX 4090. RTX 4090 is the biggest ripoff, unless you don't have the 390. But even if you don't have the 390, like, why not just buy the fucking 390? It's just as good as the 490. There's literally no reason to go with the 490. It doesn't bring you anything. Like, there is no game that the 390 can't play on Ultra Max. Last stream, you talked about how much school sucks, and you were pretty correct with everything. But I think one thing you are not on point is that math sucks. I think it's important because logical thinking. Play some fucking video games, Thomas. Literally, play some fucking video games. Logical thinking. Yes, play video games. Not the new shit. Go play some old video games. Play chess. Jesus. You need math for logical thinking. That's why Figlio mio chose the name. Oh, well, I see. All e-girls get wet when you have a 490. Man, I wish that was the case. Holy shit. Like, when I was a kid, teenager, I mean. Like, when I was a teenager, all the money that I had went into my PC. Like, I wish I could have shown my PC like a car. And be like, hey, baby, wanna come to my bedroom and you can see what ring I have? No one was impressed. I dated the girl with the club foot. So I don't mind a molly ball. What if, like, she actually does have, like, a problem like that? Would be interesting. Didn't they say that chess is racist because white has advantage? Yes, but, like, everything is racist. So, at this point, why even bother? Like, tell me something that's not racist. I genuinely can't think. I guess anti-racism isn't racist, right? So, unless it's anti-racism, then everything else is racist. My favorite book, bestseller. Robin DiAngelo. Like, she believes in this grand conspiracy theory. You know, like, look, when you listen to a right-wing conspiracy theory, you kind of say, well, you know, like, maybe, like, sure, you know, I kind of see. I mean, Hollywood, you know? But when you listen to, like, the left, go with the far-left conspiracy theory, every single white person in the United States of America is racist. And even if they don't know about it, like, they're racist even without knowing. Like, even if they think they're not, and they're collaborating with each other, even unknowingly, in order to keep the systemic systems of privilege and power. I mean, like, what the fuck? And it's the same with the patriarchy. Like, every brother, son, and father, you know, they're working together, like, some of them unconscientiously, in order to keep women down. It's like, man, that is, like, some really nasty conspiracy theory. Like, that is, like, I mean, they're conspiring without knowing that they're conspiring. That is just like, blah. Even right-wingers don't do like that. Like, even right-wingers aren't, you know, like, their conspiracy theories at least make some fucking sense. But anyway, she said that she will post the feet on Tuesday, which bothers the question. Why didn't she post them up until now? Yes, I am definitely wasted. I will show you what I'm being wasted on. It's called peach juice. Bah. I spoke too much. When you speak too much, you develop the thirst. Then you thirst for peaches. Alright. Lurker McTrollface asked the question. By definition, only someone totally without power or prejudice. Oh, yeah. Tell people to stop running to Twitch. I think she's forced. I think, like, her boss makes her stream on Twitch. Which is like, I don't know why, but okay. I mean, like, maybe they're just tasting the waters every now and then. They just want to see. It's like, alright, well, let's see how many subs you get on Twitch. Apparently, according to Fox News, San Francisco guaranteed income program for pregnant black women to expand across California. That is so fucking awesome, you know, paying child support for kids you don't have. That is like the American fucking way. But like the single mother welfare system is literally making those women married to the state. Right? So it basically says, like, if you don't have money, just have kids. And the state will take care of it. But you have to bring loyalty to the state. Like, you have to constantly vote for the political party that keeps giving you money. But, like, question, who's going to stop that? Like, who? If you look, like, Thomas Sowell actually talks about this, right? Like, Thomas Sowell says that, how did the black community go from being very well established, international renowned. By the way, like, leftists will say that if you mention black people in jazz, like, that's kind of racist, like, you're not supposed to. Like, shut the fuck up. I hear about jazz from Romania. It's a fucking amazing accomplishment, very difficult skill to pull. Right? If you talk about like rap music and black people, that's fine. But if you talk about black people and jazz, leftists freak out. Why? Because that's genuinely an accomplishment. Really good music. So anyway, right? How do you get from that to where you're at? And apparently it's the welfare. Right? Like the welfare. It's like, okay. Because when you get welfare, you get married to the state. That's why. You get more of what you subsidize. Literally. Literally. Like if you subsidize single mothers, you get more single mothers. That's exactly how it works. When the government wants something gone, they tax it. When the government wants more, they subsidize. Are you saying that welfare is a modern form of indentured servitude? Not really, but it's... Look, if you make a person dependent on you, it's very difficult for them to become independent. So, they're going to want to keep getting their gravy train. But, what can you do? Uncle Government cares. Yes. So it shares from other people's pockets. Tax the politicians, mean solve all our problems? I don't think they give a shit. Like, most people don't get into politics in order to make money from the political, from the wage. Right? Like, very few people get into politics because, like, oh, yes, I want to make money from the wage that I have. Like, get the fuck up. Like, you can... Like, if I become an American politician, I don't even want to take money. Like, I can just do insider trading. And I can make money like that. I don't need to make money by, you know, like, getting a wage from the government. Subsidizing incentivizes. Yeah, like, subsidizing, that's literally why you subsidize, is to get more of something. Like, for example, in Hungary, they want more people to get married, so they subsidize marriage. You want more people to become farmers, you subsidize farming. Like, that's how it works. You want more intellectuals, you subsidize free schooling. If you want less, you tax. You want less people to smoke, you tax cigarettes. You want less people to drink, you tax booze. If you want less single mothers, tax single mothers. You know, like when you do that. I guarantee to you, dude, like imagine this alternative universe, right? Where like single mothers get taxed. I guarantee to you, all of them are going to find a husband within a week. It's not rocket science. It's very simple. Hello, Proxte. How's it going? I mean, I'm thinking like, if, in my case, right? Like, let's say I wouldn't have a wife, right? And like, single men would get taxed. Well, I would have a bigger incentive in finding a wife. I mean, it's just... The moment I have a girlfriend, it's like, hey, do you want to get married? I mean, I don't want to pay taxes. Okay. Let's see the, Man, like, the tweets with Yoel Raf keep coming. He really doesn't like kids. Yoel Raf is this guy which was on the Twitter's Trust is Safety. I wouldn't have my kid next to him even if you paid me. Like, give me $100,000, you know, like, to get your kid next to you, to Mr. Ruff. Like, he's going to be a baby. No. I'm going to talk about Yo Ruff in a bit. Holy shit. I love how, like, people are digging through his Twitter account. Like, you would think when you do something bad, like, you're in the public eye, and you know you tweeted some bad shit, right? Just delete your fucking account and start a new one. Just go back from ground zero, and you go like, oh, whoopsie. Anyway. That's an interesting idea, attack single moms. I'm telling you. You're going to have less single moms. It's just... People will say that, oh my god, what V said is offensive. Yeah, but it's not factually inaccurate. Again, I would like to be proven wrong on this. I love that Mr. Muscat. Yeah, Muscat. Every single Twitter release, he's choosing a new journalist that's not associated with the mainstream. Like, he's choosing like one of these outcast journalists just to piss the media off. Like, why isn't giving it to the Washington Post? Why is it giving it to Jeff Bezos? It's like, why should he? It's not like they can't have the files if they want to. It's just later. Chotomate. It's like what? So you can do PR damage, you know, like PR control. You're like, oh, well, it's not so bad. It's actually like... So apparently January 7th. Now, if you remember, Donald Trump, like, you can actually go on his Twitter right now. Like, right now, you can go on Donald Trump's Twitter. The last video he uploaded, or at least the second last, was him telling people to follow the police, to respect the police, and he asked for calm. Like, that's literally what he has. Like, no violence, calm down, respect, because we're the party of law and order. Like, that's what he was saying on Twitter, right? Before he got banned. And apparently, according to Twitter, that's incitement to hate and violence. So on January 7th, senior Twitter executives create justification to ban Trump, right? So this is the scandal. The creating justification. Like, even if he didn't bring the TOS, creating justification. And this is something which I bet is happening on all the other platforms. It's like, what's the point of having TOS? Why would you even have rules? Just say, like, we can ban you because we fucking feel like it, and that's it. Seek a change of policy for Trump alone. Distinct from other political leaders. And this is why, like, you know, people noticed. I mean, there were so many other political leaders that asked for violence in more exotic places of the world. They didn't get banned. Expressed no concern for the free speech of democracy implications of the ban. Fun fact, Jack Dorsey apparently was against this, but, like, at the same time, this happened when Jack Dorsey was literally on a holiday. How long was your vaccinology study? We didn't have like a vaccinology study. We had like virusology and microbiology. And that's where we learned about, like, it was part of the virusology study. Oh, and I think we also learned a little bit at immunology. Like, that's where we learned a little bit more about it. But anyway, right, just stop distracting. So apparently, senior Twitter executives censored tweets by Trump up to the run of 2020 election. Blocking, and I remember, like, up to 2020, you never had, like, a world leader getting censored or anything like that. It was, like, literally just for the US election. Blocking a world leader from Twitter in 2018 would hide important info. So this was like Twitter policy in 2018. They would say they would never block a world leader because there were other world leaders that were doing shit at the time. And people were like, isn't this a little bit fucked up? And they're like, oh no, because they're a world leader. They can do whatever the fuck they want, you know, because it's important for the public to know. Now in 2020, they're like, nope. Do you think that YouTube is going to allow tomorrow's Twitter files? Yeah, Yeah, I think YouTube will. Because the way YouTube works, and I noticed this, and I think Tim Pool also talked about it. If the mainstream media talks about it, you can talk about it on YouTube, right? So if Fox News talks about it, you can talk about it. But if you talk about it before Fox News, then you can get in problem. Like that's literally the way it works. And I think like Tim Pool actually brought it up, and he said, okay, so I can't talk about it because I spoke with the mainstream media, with my connection on YouTube, and they said that I can't talk about it until Fox News talks about it. I didn't quit med school. I finished it, dude. Anyway, after the events of January 6th, the internal and external pressure on Twitter, apparently the ADL... What does the ADL have to do with this situation? Dorsey was on vacation in French. Yeah, so Jack Dorsey, the CEO, was actually in vacation. And Vijaya, the head of legal policy and trust, as well with Yoyoel, you know, the guy that recently got fired. So I remember Yoyoel, which, again, like, has all these very bizarre tweets about children coming out from him. Like, how much he hates kids and stuff like that. Like, all of these are coming out now. People are going through his Twitter account. He actually managed not to get fired initially, but he got fired afterwards. I still want to know if your big brain took the V. I did not. I did not. Why would I lie? Anyway. On January 7th, Jacques emails employees saying that Twitter needs to remain consistent in its policies, including the right of users to return to Twitter. So, like, Jack basically wanted for Trump not to get banned. Ralph DMs his colleagues with news that he is excited to share. Guess what? Jack just approved repeated offender for civic integrity. So, in other words, up until this point, Jack didn't want Trump to get banned, but with pressure, because you gotta understand, you know, like, Jack doesn't have the same position like Elon Musk. Elon Musk owns the company now. But Jack had to answer to the shareholders. So the shareholders could punish him, right? So I guess like he got pressure from the shareholders to do this. So, yo, Rolf, guess what? Jack just approved repeat offender for civic integrity. The new approach would create a system where 5 violation strikes would result in a permanent suspension. Progress. Right? Like, this is what progress means. Censorship, authoritarianism, thought policing, thought control, social engineering. This is progress. The exchange between Ruff and his colleagues makes clear that they have been pushing Jack for greater restrictions on the speech that Twitter allows around elections. The colleague wants to know if the decision means that Trump can finally be banned. Trump continues to just have this one strike remaining. Ruff colleagues query about incitement to violence heavily foreshadow what will happen the following day. On January the 8th, Twitter announces a permanent ban on Trump. The only serious concern we found, expressing with Twitter over the implication for free speech and democracy of banning Trump, came from a junior person in the organization. It was tucked away in a low-level Slack channel known as the Site Integrity Auto. This might be an unpopular opinion, but one of the ad hoc decisions like this that doesn't appear rooted in policy and is a slippery slope. So in other words, like they pointed out, like, we don't have policy to ban the US president, but we're going to do it anyway. I mean, look at this, right? Like, this is the tweet which says, go home with love and in peace. Right? Like, he's telling people to go home. And Twitter says that this is incitement to violence. And the problem that they had, apparently, is that they wanted to ban a word. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, it's like, what if a user dislikes Trump and objects to Twitter censorship? the tweet still gets deleted, but since the intention is not to deny the results, no punishing strike is going to be applied. So like if you disagree, like if you're a high profile person, right? Like if you had 1 million subscribers and you said, I disagree with Twitter banning Trump, you'd get a strike. With the caveat, right? Like with the caveat that you don't like Trump. So if you're like a leftist, if you're a high profile leftist and you say, yeah, I dislike this, you would get your tweet deleted. But if you're like a Trump supporter and you disliked it, you would get a strike. It's so fucking interesting, isn't it? There was another one. Like there was, oh yeah, when they're talking about conspiracies. Like there was a conspiracy which had the same name like a crypto coin that, you know, they wanted to allow it and they were like really torn up. It's like, okay, but like if we ban this, it's going to flag the other thing, which sounds the same. So what do we do? Like they were panicking. But like this is how they think behind closed doors, right? Like this is how they thought, that they were saying, oh, well, it's not political. It's not anything. And they were like, okay, well, if you support Trump and you disagree with his censorship, then you get a strike. But if you don't support Trump and you disagree with the censorship, then you just get your tweet deleted. So interesting. Hello, big brain content. Dividing people into teams and algorithmically treating them differently. Yes, that's literally what they're doing. Like they were dividing people into teams and using the algorithm to treat them differently. That is spot on. It's a really good analogy. Or actually not an analogy, an explanation. The thing is, like, it's not... so, obviously people knew about it. But it's not the fact that, oh, well, we just found out. It's the fact that now there's evidence. And the fact that the normies know. And the fact that now we know that all the other social media are doing the same shit. Ban the Dogecoin. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like if you have the Doge conspiracy and there's the Dogecoin and you want to ban the Doge conspiracy, it's kind of... you know, like this is why you need to name your movement based on something else that's popular so they can't ban your... they can't shadow ban your movement. Like name your movement the Democrats or something. You know, like that, then they can't ban it. They can't shadow ban it. I'm going to think about this from now on. Like, if I ever become a political leader, I'm going to start to name my movements based on, like, you know, social justice. The anti-racist movement. You know, like, something that's already... it sounds like something else. And if they ban me, they would have to ban that something else as well, so they can't do it. Mainstream media isn't talking about this, so do the normies know? I'm pretty sure they do, though. It's not, like most normies probably know, because this is big, you know? And even if the mainstream media doesn't talk about it, like, it's still the talk of the internet. Almost everyone that uses Twitter knows about it. It's really nice when people end up being just as bad as you think they are. They say pessimistic, I say realistic. I mean, like, it's not that people were just as bad as I, but it was so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious. You know, like, it happens once, it happens twice, and you see it. Like, I see a blue checkmark doxing people, nothing happens to them. I see someone else calling a blue checkmark a poopy head, they get banned. I see people saying that the blue checkmark should learn to code, they get banned. And come the fuck on, you know? Like, it's... it's not that I'm, like, being pessimistic or anything. But, like, how many times can it happen? And, you know, like, once it happens, twice is a coincidence, but, like, 3 times it's enemy action. And this is what was happening on Twitter. The conspiracy was real and it was a good thing. Literally. Like, these are the articles that we're going to get from now on. Yes, like, Twitter was promoting the democratic agenda, but it was a good thing. Like, that's where we're going to be at. Why not? I mean, this is literally what the media does. Like, first they call it... for example, the electricity power outs during the winter. Well, like, initially they were saying that anyone that talks about them is a conspiracy theorist. And then it comes out that in the UK, the government was already planning for something like that, and that was a good thing because the government is planning. And I was like, okay, so the government is being part of the conspiracy now, huh? Reparations for kittens. Oh my god. I actually did get a lot of damage from the kittens. I chose not to have kittens since that day. They really know how to destroy a house. Like, if you want a house destroyed, just get kittens. So anyway, we got a couple of more minutes before we end the stream. I'm still curious why Pippa doesn't want to show feet today. Why does she have to wait till Tuesday? So my speculations, you know, I'll make another poll. I'll engage with it. So why is Pippa waiting until Tuesday? And expert photographer with 4K HD with 4K camera or pedicure. So which one do you guys think it is? Could be both. Oh shit. I should have added both. The thing is, like, what Twitter did isn't illegal, right? Because they're literally the private company, can do whatever. It is socially immoral because they were lying to people about their product. They were saying that they're not shadow banning, that they're not censoring. Like, some of them lied under Congress. But the people that can actually get in trouble are the politicians, which ask Twitter to censor, right? So, like, taxpayer money politicians using their position in order to ask Twitter to censor on behalf of the government. Stop this Pippa worship? No. Why would I? I get to worship the I told you so as much as I want. Like, you have no idea how much pleasure this brings me. Like, if I said, like, look, you're going to get 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it's not even the end of the year and she has 100K, I get to say I told her so. And I'll do this until the stream is over. I remember her saying she's moving to Twitch so she doesn't have to do 100K. She's got it. She's got it. People think as the pedicure. Naruhodo, naruhodo. Listen to that. Stop the Pippa worship. And who am I supposed to worship instead, huh? Who am I supposed to... Do you want me to talk about Alinity? Maybe I should ask It's a Gundam. Like, It's a Gundam knows all the... Amuranth. Amuranth worship. Is that what you want me to do? Shy Lily? Is that... Fred Flintstone feet. Holy shit. Can you imagine, like, if there were people that had the foot fetish and they watch the Flintstone family and they get a boner while watching it? Like, that would be so weird. Like, you're sitting with your friend watching the Flintstones, and then when you're looking at the friend, he's got the tent, and you're thinking, like, what the fuck? You know, like, there's nothing sexual there. Is it Betty? Is it Wilma? Like, why are you... Pippa won't show anything. Oh, is that what? Like, so you think she's going to create career suicide? Is this what you're saying? I think she's going to show, man. I think she's going to show. I think the goods are going to be on display. Belle Delphine is the only e-girl I fancy. Belle Delphine, I would literally hire her. If I ever had a company that sold shit, I would hire her. Like, she would sell actual shit. She would put her boobies on that, and it would sell. She can sell Fallout 76, no problem. Like, she can sell anything. She can sell female Ghostbusters. Like, she just goes mwah mwah on the box cover and then sells it, and people will buy it. No one has ever thought that about the Flintstones. How do you know? How do you know? She'll just show a pic of someone. I mean, that is a possibility, but like... Why, though? If she does, the image boards will know. People should ask that she puts the daily newspaper under her feet. Like, this is what people should demand. Like, she puts the daily newspaper. Anyway, right. I want to thank you guys for watching the live stream. Appreciate the super chats. And as usual, I will see you tomorrow. I need to go upload some videos on my secondary channel now. Hopefully you guys will watch those as well. And I hope you had a good time. And you know, you cannot see my feet. Jesus. When I get 100k subs on this channel, I'll show you.